So what are you doing with Myles Garrett right now with him being out? Who are you playing instead of him?
Anybody I can, scrambling to pick up anybody or find somebody. It's pretty slim pickings out there right now.
Yeah, it really is. And if you played Dunlap on Thursday night, I know a lot of people were kind of scared to do that, but if you made that jump, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you were right about him. He's,
he doesn't have to get double-digit tackles either, even to be super productive. I mean, he does so much else: tackles for loss, pass deflections, all that good stuff that we like.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, he closed that game out. I mean, that's just big facts, I guess is what you want to call it. I mean, that game was pretty freaking competitive, and that fourth down, I mean, they needed to stop, and he's already paying dividends on that trade. What'd they trade for him anyway? Wasn't it like a fifth or a seventh?
It was pretty cheap. Yeah, it was
a 7th round pick for a win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just for like one guaranteed win. That's a pretty good trade, I think, even long and short term. But what's up, IDP Army? Any of my Dynasty nerd herd folks out there? Good morning. Me and Steve holding it down for y'all, doing the live stream. Give us all your start sit questions, comments, matchups, all that stuff. We will talk through that for you. All right, looks like we already got some stuff coming in. I'm going to post this one place real quick, or a couple places real quick before we get to that. Yeah, I got Sheldon Richardson pretty much going everywhere I can get him going. I even think Larry Ogunjobi, I got him going everywhere I can get him going. I think they're both going to be good options this week. Man, I got to get on. What do you think about their linebacker situation right now? I mean, it's pretty much just Goodson, right? Mac Wilson, I know, is he's questionable as of right now, or last I saw.
Mac Wilson, let's check him out right now.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, they said he should be. Let's see.
Coming in from
questionable.
Still questionable?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, well, we got one from the YouTube. Shout out to all the YouTube followers. Our channel, we're creeping up there. We got some goals, but appreciate everybody who has subscribed so far. We're going to try to keep that content rolling over there. But Lunch Table Legend said Alex Singleton or Patrick Queen. Seems like Queen is all hype, so I'm leaning Alex in the run-heavy game script for Cleveland. And he is also calling the defensive snaps. What do you guys think? I mean, I think that's pretty sound thought process. If I'm a little hesitant to pull Patrick Queen out of my lineup, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just knowing the upside that he has, that's tough. You know what I mean? I know Singleton has been kind of the hotness for, a second now, but how long is that going to last in reality?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to stick with Queen.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think Queen's hype.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So, Leonard Kelly, what's up? Good morning. Morning, fellas. Linebacker question. Olakun, Terrell Adams, or Kirksey? Man, I can't sit Olakun right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's another guy I would try to, what's he done to tell you that he should be on your bench? I mean, all he's done is gone out and produce every week. I get Tyrell Adams. I get Kirksey. You probably drafted Kirksey. You've probably been holding on to Kirksey. I know you want to play Kirksey, but I mean, at this point in the season, I want to kind of ride with the guys who got me here, the guys I trust. Kirksey, I mean, yeah, when he's played, he's been playable, but again, like, who got me here? That's Olakun for me. What do you think?
I agree, man. I mean, you got to play your studs, and this season, Olakun's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, it seems reductive, but I mean, it's just also it's just freaking reality sometimes. Like, play your best players. Like, don't overcomplicate it. So,
yeah, I mean, keep it simple, stupid.
so guys,
people like to get in there and tinker with their lineups and get cute, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, share if you're on some platform where you could share this. We'd appreciate that. Subscribe. We're answering, like I said, all IDP questions. We'll answer some offensive questions too, but that's not like our forte, our specialty. We got another one from YouTube. J Good S1 needs safety help. Daniel Thomas or Ashton Davis. Safety help. Ashton Davis. So what's Ashton Davis been up to? I've kind of not paid as much attention to him as I probably should. I know he's been getting more and more playing time. I've seen his snap counts kind of been creeping up. Yeah, it looks like the past 2 weeks before their bye. Against the Chargers, I would imagine that's going to be a good safety game because Herbert likes to throw and, they can score and move the ball. So should be plenty of opportunity for tackles.
The Chargers pass yards.
I mean, Daniel Thomas is basically just kind of coming in as out of a backup role for Josh Jones. So it's kind of a pick your poison situation. I'm probably going to lean towards Ashton Davis probably. Well, I don't know. Josh Jones has been so good in that spot this year. That's a toss-up. Let's be honest. I'm probably going to go Daniel Thomas, if I'm being real, just because I think the Jaguars' offense is even weaker than the Jets, so there's more chances to be on the field for more snaps. Leonard Kelly, also Tracy Walker, Carolina. Last 2 points this week are Mike Hilton, Jag coming off injury. I'm going to go Mike Hilton. The big. He still got the big play upside, which you want. He's still a playmaker, which you want. And Tracy Walker, same situation, but different situation because the coaching staff there is whack. Yeah, and they're not playing him. And he's also had his own injury problems, and maybe he's been playing through that. So I'm probably just going to take the upside of Mike Hilton, hope that he gets, a pop game. And I'm not going to mess around with Tracy Walker, this week even. No, I mean, if you're playing two risky guys coming off injury, I'm going to go with Mike Hilton right now.
Yeah, I had to put Tracy Walker in the lineup. Didn't make me feel good.
Well, I doubt it did. So, what's up from the Periscope world? I'm assuming that's the Twitter world too. Hey guys, great show so far. Appreciate it. Mike K from YouTube. Hey guys, killing it for me this year. Awesome. Keep killing it for us, dude. IDP Army got to go represent. Big matchup today for me. I need to pick defensive line and defensive back. For defensive line, I'm picking between Joey Bosa, Chase Young, and for DB, I'm picking between Chin and Olakun. Ooh, dang, that's tough. I'm going Joey Bosa, though. The matchup's primo. And he called the defense out and all that this week, so I think he's going to be playing with he's going to be what's that smoke out of the nose emoji. So that's how I feel about Joey Bosa this week. And then Chin and Olakun, man, that's another tough one because both these guys are top tier options. I mean, every single week.
Go to your rankings.
Yeah, I need to, so I'm gonna pull them up. Thing is, one's a linebacker rankings.
I know.
One's a defensive back rankings. So I got Olakun at 12 at linebacker this week, and I've got Chin at 3 at defensive back this week. So I mean,
well, one's a linebacker though.
Exactly. So where do you meet in the middle on that? What do you think?
I think you'd play Olakun. I think him being a linebacker, a true linebacker, he's gonna
I agree. And the Saints are traditionally a good line. I mean, a great linebacker matchup. I know Drew Brees isn't behind center today, but this is still the same team.
It's Taysom Hill. I mean, I don't think he's going to do as well as people think at the behind center the whole game.
From YouTube, Ashton Davis is playing 100% of snaps, and he had a sack taken away in the last game. Damn. What up, Tyreek? Fellas, got DB start sit. Harrison Smith or Winfield Jr. Man, Winfield Jr. has been
kind of
shit in the bed past couple of weeks. I mean, if we're gonna call it what it is, I know, and it sucks.
Maybe he's due for a big one though.
See, that's one way to look at it. I mean, it's like the last 2 weeks. I mean, 7 tackles, and then 1 tackle.
Mm-hmm.
But those ended up accumulating, 13 and 10 points. So I mean, those are like a bunch of assisted tackles too. I mean, he's not doing anything else. There's no pass deflections in there. There's no tackles for loss really in there. He's been not the same guy he was right out the gates. I mean, the first couple of games, he was just like, blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have to go Harrison Smith. I mean, ride the hot hand with him.
Mm-hmm.
We know what he is career-wise, and the last couple of weeks, I mean, he's popped. I mean, 8 and 10 tackles, but he's also had big plays, 2 back-to-back interceptions. He scored a ton more points than Winfield, so I'm going to go Harrison Smith. And it's Dallas, so they're probably going to try to run a lot. He'll probably be up on the line of scrimmage a lot, and he could make big plays on Andy Dalton or whoever ends up playing quarterback for them by the time they pull Andy Dalton, who apparently is not fully recovered from COVID. He's like can't smell still and can't taste anything.
I mean,
I'm like,
what do you need to smell or taste out there?
Well, still though, I mean, his body's not healthy. Like, and he's
right? No, I get it. Your lungs are affected.
He's fucked up, and he's playing football today. I'm like, damn,
that's crazy. Okay, get everybody else sick.
Well, it's not even about that. It's just like, how healthy are you? Like, how much are you? I mean, are you playing at 80%? Like, you need to go home, take a nap. Tyreek, start sit Robert Woods or Antonio Brown.
Well, dude, you know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, you start Robert Woods. That's a gimme.
That was funny.
Awesome, thanks. Hey, you're welcome. I like that Punisher. Avatar. There you go. No Lattimore today. Yeah, fire up Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. Woo!
Is this
Kendall or
Kendall or Kyle?
Janoris Jenkins has been pretty good.
You know, Kyle's Bears are on a bye this week, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jenkins or Fuller?
I'm asking you.
Oh, Jenkins.
Let me look at my rankings. I
don't like the other Fuller.
Yeah, I'm going Jenkins too. I've just had more success when I've played Jenkins, and it's a good matchup. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons play a lot of snaps, throw the ball a lot.
Yes, they do.
Thanks. You're welcome. Thanks for coming on and asking a question. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Curl or Winfield at safety? Man, play Curl.
Mm-hmm. Don't trust Winfield not lately.
No, you can't really trust him, and it is what it is.
Until he picks back up. I'm sure he'll get better. No better weeks.
Have Van Der Esch and Kaiser in my lineup currently, but Deion Jones and Alex Singleton are on waivers. Is it worth picking up and starting either of those guys? Deion Jones, I know he has been like putting up points the past few weeks, and he is like a top 18 linebacker currently. But he still hasn't had a double-digit tackle game, which, I mean, I know that's not the end-all be-all, and I'm the king of talking about impact plays and all that. So, that is what it is. But I don't know. I like Kaiser because he offers all that same stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm probably not going to start. I'm definitely not going to start Deion Jones over Kaiser or Alex Singleton. And then Van Der Esch, what's he been up to the last couple of weeks? I'm going to double check on him. I think he had a kind of a slow week. At least he did like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago he had 13 points. We still had a sack, 6 tackles a week before that. Yeah, I'm still rocking with Van Der Esch too. I mean, over Deion Jones. Minnesota Vikings, there's going to be a lot of tackle opportunities because they like to run the ball. What do you think? I mean, would you play Deion Jones or Alex Singleton over then? I have no real appeal to play Singleton. I don't want to mess. Again, at this point in the season, I don't want to just like be putting in guys that are kind of like, oh, like he's flashing, or oh, like he's winning a job, or oh, like he's coming out of nowhere.
Well,
Like if I have to, I will, but I would
right.
much rather stick with known talent, known production, known commodities, known draft capital, known plans for this team. Like, so
Van Der Esch still has that injury risk, I think.
I understand the appeal because it's going to be a run-heavy, game plan probably for Cleveland. But that still doesn't guarantee that Alex Singleton is going to necessarily blow up. He could.
I mean, if you're not dropping anybody, as long as you don't have to like drop any, and like either one of those guys, it might be. I don't know. It's just risk reward, I guess. It's high risk.
Mm-hmm.
Risky, very risky.
Can you talk about Eric Wilson versus Eric Kendricks? Kendricks has been a complete bust the last 2 weeks. Wilson is doing great. These are all true statements.
Well, there it is.
Eric Wilson has been, I mean, he's going to end up being like the waiver ad of the season, in my opinion. I mean, he's a top 7 in points per game at linebacker, which in and of itself is pretty incredible. But, I mean, listen to these point totals. These are his point totals since week 3. 20, 12, 32, 7, 9, 35, 21. Like, he's a monster.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? Any comments? Anything? I mean, I don't think there's really anything to say.
I mean, I think Kendricks was a little bit banged up in this last game, so that's probably part of it. I'm still trusting him, though, because it's the known commodity. Like, yeah, he's been bad a couple of weeks, but Devin White was bad for a couple of weeks, too, there, and he's like
even Eric Wilson had a couple bad weeks.
Yeah, everybody has a bad week or two. Eric Kendricks has just happened to be stacked right on top of each other, so it probably feels more acute than it really is. Kazir White, linebacker, defensive back on sleeper, is on the COVID list. I saw that this morning. That happened yesterday, kind of late. So,
ouch. Okay, so, yep, that's interesting thoughts. Yeah, I agree. Yep, people do have bad weeks, and sometimes they happen back to back. Nothing we can do about it. No reason to drop them.
And talk about Eric Wilson. I mean, he's doing great. I mean, I think he's 26 years old. He's having a career year. I don't know what his contract situation is, but I mean, he's playing really good football. I'm happy to see it. We're watching him break out. I mean, there's not really a whole lot else to say, but we're watching a guy get an opportunity because Anthony Barr went down, and he's taking that opportunity and he's running with it, and it's awesome to watch. And it's good because, like you said, I mean, Kendricks has been a little bit down, and I think he was injured in the last game, so they need depth there because they've already lost, Anthony Barr, and, like I said, Wilson stepping up. So that's good to see.
Let's see.
What's up, Bob? DL, Crosby or Graham? I'm going to go Graham. I don't really – I mean, I know Crosby's had a couple of sacks here and there the past couple of weeks, but Graham has been, playing a career year, basically.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about just the sack numbers, that he's putting up.
I agree. Crosby had a couple of good weeks, but he's been pretty.
He's been on a streak, though. I mean, he's had a sack.
What?
In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 7 games.
5 of the last 7. Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, that's all he's getting. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his score is still like even in these games where he's getting a sack, he's barely pushing 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
You go look at Brandon Graham over the past, 4 weeks. I mean, he's gone 28, 19, 19, and 10. So in 3 of those games, he's putting up a good number of points, more than Crosby, with the other stuff he brings to the table. So I'm going to go Graham. And he gets Cleveland. I know Cleveland's not necessarily a great matchup for defensive linemen to get sacks, but I'm still gonna stick with, again, the known talent, the known production.
I mean, just because he can't get sacks doesn't mean he can't get tackles for loss. They run the ball a lot, and that's plenty of opportunities there.
Demario Davis or Alex Singleton. Thanks. Yeah, this isn't a great spot for Demario Davis this week. But again, I feel like I've said this like 4 times today, but it's just the known talent, the known production. Demario Davis is one of the middle linebackers that does rush the passer a lot. That means he brings sack upside to the table every single week, in a way that some guys just don't. So maybe he doesn't get a lot of tackle opportunities, but because he does have the upside available to him, like in that department, he's still a top play for me. I mean, I know Singleton seems to be hot topic this week. I guess there's a lot of people streaming him. I mean, I'm fine with Singleton as a linebacker 3, 2, 3, 4. If you're in a deep league, but I don't. When you're talking about Demario Davis, you're talking about a guy you probably drafted to be the 1 for your team. So now you're talking about potentially benching a guy that you put on your team to be your 1 or your 2 at worst, for a guy you picked up off waivers that plays for the Eagles. Like, I don't know. That's a lot to chew off.
So I went ahead and checked out Eric Wilson's contract. He signed a 1-year contract for a little over $3 million, and next year he's an unrestricted free agent. So
someone will scoop him up. He'll get paid. I mean, you saw how much guys got paid this year. I mean, Wachowski got paid, Joe Schober got paid, Kirksey got paid, Littleton got paid, Bobby Wagner got a new contract like a year ago. Devondre Campbell got some money. So Fred Warner's going to get some money. Eric Wilson's going to get some money. Roquan Smith's going to get some money this year or next year soon. Another YouTube question. Colin Gaffney, Buckner or Sweat? Peruse over my rankings. You have any thoughts off the cuff? Off the dribble?
Well, I had to play Sweat this week. I didn't have much of a choice, though. It was either Sweat or Houston. Houston sucks.
Yeah, Justin Houston's been a big letdown for me. I love my guy, but I'm playing Sweat. I mean, and I'm assuming it's Montez Sweat. He's Cincinnati. That's a cush matchup. He's been having a good year. Yeah, he's another guy who's at 2 down weeks, but you have to play Montez Sweat. DeForest Buckner, if there's a sit matchup for DeForest Buckner, this is it. I mean, he's playing Green Bay. There's just one of the best offensive lines in the league, and it's one of the worst matchups for defensive line players. That's still not to say that DeForest Buckner, I mean, you're sitting a superstar when you sit DeForest Buckner, and this is the one time that I'm usually not a huge matchup guy. It weighs in, but I think people overweigh it sometimes or overscale or overcompensate for it. But this situation where you're talking about a guy who's playing one of the worst offensive lines in the league versus a guy who's playing one of the best offensive lines in the league, they're already pretty close as far as fantasy points. So take the better matchup in this situation, and especially when it's that much of a difference between the good matchup and the bad matchup. So go Sweat. Thanks. You're welcome, Bob. Thanks, bud. You guys are great. Oh, stop it. Hi, guys. Do you think DeAndre Baker will be a stud in the future? I sure fucking hope so. As a Chiefs fan, there are 2 quarterback spots on my team, and I have Logan Ryan, James Bradbury, Mike Hilton, Kendall Fuller, and an IR, Adoree Jackson, and on taxi, Jamude.
Yeah, whatever you say that.
OJ. I got OJ.
OJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could be. And he's playing the Chiefs. I mean, people are going to have to air the ball out against the Chiefs for the rest of eternity.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, he was drafted a first-round pick. This is another one of those situations, kind of like Ed Oliver when he got his DUI and all that, and like it was a big deal, and he's gonna get in trouble, and he's gonna get suspended and all this shit, and it all just gets dropped. And this is exactly DeAndre Baker. You know, he got this, I don't know what it was, some sort of theft or assault or robbery charge against him. Big whole thing, first round pick, right, for the Giants, and gets cut. Everybody's like, man, this guy's booty's trash. He's, ghetto, blah, blah, blah. And all that shit just gets dropped. So now he's just a regular old first round pick sitting around out there in the middle of nowhere, and Chiefs swoop up. Chiefs need cornerback help. I mean, they have some half decent corners right now. This L'Jarius Sneed kid, Breland's been okay. Who's the other guy we got now? Fenton. I mean, there's some guys. They're doing okay, but we haven't had like a cornerback since Marcus Peters. You know what I mean?
These guys.
So, and it's just crazy to think that they got rid of Marcus Peters because that's the kind of attitude I feel like that the Chiefs still have right now. Like, but they kind of got rid of him for like, I feel like attitude problems. So that was kind of a weird flex to me. But whatever. I mean, Marcus Peters is balling out somewhere else. I wish he was balling out on the Chiefs, though. That'd be dope if he could come back to them. He's starting to get a little old, though. What is he, like 28 now?
Nah, it's not that old.
Corners go out pretty fast. Yeah, it's Montez. Thanks, guys. You're welcome. Colin. Clint Story. Brian Burns versus Detroit or Lawrence versus the Vikings. Thanks. Lawrence, I know, is questionable with like a knee injury or some crap like that. But I'm playing Brian Burns all day, every day. I mean, he's been on the verge of these monster breakout games, like seems like every week. He's playing very good football. This is a good matchup with a Matthew Stafford who's already banged up on a Detroit that's like kind of finding their identity, but not really. And now we have DeAndre Swift not playing. So, Kenny Galler's not playing, Amendola's not playing. This is going to be Matthew Stafford's going to have to hold on to that ball for a while because just the level of talent out there offensively is not what it should be.
Exactly.
So, not to throw any shade at Lawrence. I love Lawrence. I mean, these are both elite plays, in my opinion, this week. What do I got? I got Brian Burns at 4, and I got DeMarcus Lawrence at 6 this week. So, I mean, these guys are both great plays. I want to have them both in my lineups if I can. But if push comes to shove, I'm putting in Brian Burns.
Yeah, Yep, Detroit is hurting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys. Hey. Kirksley or Jalen Smith? Burns or JPP? I'm going to go Jalen Smith. I like Kirksey, but me Jalen Smith, especially against the Vikings, Dalvin Cook. I mean, this is going to be – they're going to be trying to prove something today, I bet. So, good.
Oh, yeah.
I want that. I want that mojo. And then Burns and JPP, again, I'm going Brian Burns. JPP, I got a little lower this week than usual. I got him down at 10. I do know that Rams offensive line is jacked, though, because
it is.
They lost Whitworth, and so there's definitely upside there. But like I said, Burns, that Burns breakout is just like it's right there every week.
It's going to happen today, I think. Yep.
Come on, baby. Let's go. All right. Ross Bob. We got a Bob in here. We got a Ross Bob in here.
Nice.
What up, Ross Bob? Flex Adrian Peterson or Nyheim Hines, bruh. That's Nyheim Hines for me all day.
Really?
They're talking nonsense like they're going to give him. Yeah. They're talking all this nonsense like they're going to give him the ball a bunch. We already know he's going to catch it a bunch. This is the kind of game script where they're going to have to throw the ball a lot because the Packers are going to score. Like, the Packers have good players on offense at every position now. Like, they have the wide receiver. They have 2 good running backs. They have Aaron Rodgers. They have some playmakers on the outside. And, I mean, Tanyan can get it done, and then Sternberger pops up every now and then. Like, they can move the ball.
Standard league.
So,
that might have just changed things a lot.
Damn.
See, now I think you got to play AP.
Standard league. It's 2020.
Why
do you do that to yourself?
That ain't fair.
That ain't no fun. Come on, man.
You just hurt Jordan's feelings.
Oh, man,
now you got to play AP.
Yeah, I think you do, because this is a cush matchup against the
they're going to be running the ball.
Panthers. Damn. Yeah, I'm going AP. Naeem Hines could suck it in a standard league, because they'll probably give the ball. That's probably the times they'll actually give the ball to Jonathan Taylor today on the goal line. They'll probably score like 4 touchdowns. They'll probably go 4 for 4 for 4.
Yep. 4 touches, 4 yards, 4 touchdowns.
That would
Jonathan
be
Taylor.
This is
that would be disgusting.
Just for the record for the whole world. This is in my most important league. I have to basically win this week. I had to win last week. I lost by 2 fucking points. I played Jonathan Taylor every single week this season. Every single week. And it's just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm benching him today. So I promise you,
he's going to go off.
If you're listening to this and you're wondering to play Jonathan Taylor, you need to play Jonathan Taylor, because he's going to blow up. And how I know that? Because he's on my bench. Simple process. Is this a good player? Yes. Is he in my lineup? Yes. Will he shit the bed? Of course. Is this a good player? Yes. Is he on my bench? Yes. Great. Tell the people. Tell the whole world.
Play him.
Play him. Get us some more questions, IDP Army, Nerd Herd, if any of y'all out there. We are ready.
Anybody you're nervous about playing this week?
I mean, Nick Kwiatkowski, I'm pretty worried.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm nervous about playing Tracy Walker. I had to put him in. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable with the whole Lions situation, coaching, and Swift being out, and they're going to do terrible.
Agreed. You been writing anything over at DFF recently?
I have not written anything lately. I've been kind of busy.
Yeah, I'm not writing as much either. I'm writing pretty. I have once a month article comes out on Dynasty Nerds, and on their YouTube channel. If y'all want to check that show out. In my defense, once the off season gets here, I'm going to try to put up there at least twice a month, mostly Dynasty related content for the obviously for Dynasty Nerds, but check out the channel, subscribe if you guys want more IDP content that's not on our channel. YouTube.com/the IDP Army. All right, we got some more questions rolling in. Appreciate y'all. We got here. Play Cameron Curl, bro. Y'all. Yas. This guy had what do you have this last couple weeks? The last 2 weeks he's had like 11 tackles in a sack and 9 tackles in a sack. So yeah. Play Cameron Curl, bro. I feel that. What up? What up, Richard? Thanks for rocking with us, bro. Olakun, Murray, Wilson, Jones. All right, so I know who Olakun and Murray are. Wilson could be, is this Logan Wilson? Okay, and then Jones, Deion Jones. There's a lot of question marks here, my friend Russ. I'm going to go just off the cuff, though. Olakun and Murray. Although that's Deion, it's going to be interesting today with Kazir White out. Murray, this could be a breakout game for Murray. I mean, he is due a big game. He's been playing okay. It's not great, but okay. It's the Jets, so there is big play upside definitely available. Okay, Eric Wilson. Okay, so
what do you think there?
I'm going to go Olakun and Eric Wilson.
Okay.
Pretty easily. Like I said, I'm not taking Eric Wilson out of my lineups. I'm not taking Olakun out of my lineups, period.
No.
It's like that. Hi, guys. Am late to the party. Nah.
Just
not
time.
Too late. It's the time. Party didn't get started until you got walked in, baby. I need your help. started Hyde, and he came through. Yeah,
Mhm.
good for you because I didn't.
I know exactly.
Off the whole game. It was great. Fantasy football's great.
Mhm.
So I need help with my RB. Need one and one flex. Henry Chubb, Miles Sanders. Ooh, them some options right
I
there.
know. Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't think you're hurting.
what a world to live in, my friend. Holy smokes. All right, let's see here.
Hey,
Miles Sanders is going to get those two are in the same game. Who's Derrick Henry play today? Who do the Titans play?
Titans
Oh, it's
play.
Baltimore. That's a tough
Yeah,
one.
that's going to be a tough
Ooh,
matchup.
man, some people have done a little bit of damage to Baltimore lately, though. And Calais Campbell's out. Man. All right, let's just be completely real. You cannot bench Derrick Henry,
Mm-mm.
and I don't think you can bench Nick Chubb. I think you can bench Miles Sanders, but I'm like not a Miles Sanders guy. Like
No, you
so,
aren't. But
I just there's like I can look at Miles Sanders on my bench with points and be like, you know what, I deserve that.
now I know there are
But
people out there that would say that you couldn't bench Miles Sanders too.
if I have Derrick Henry
Mm-hmm.
on my bench, I look at those points, I can't handle that. Like if he blows up.
Right.
Nick Chubb, same thing because I knew better. Miles Sanders, though, like I don't feel like I know better with Miles Sanders enough to like that's the one I'm going to be most okay with blowing up on my bench is Miles
Yeah, I
Sanders.
feel like Henry and Chubb are ranked higher than Sanders.
That's just my thoughts. I wonder what Fantasy Pros consensus is right now. Let's check that out. Just for y'all. Let's see what the world thinks. Let's see what people much smarter than me think. Rankings. Oh, why isn't this going right? Half PPR. Running backs.
I bet you it goes Henry, Chubb, and Sanders.
Henry, Sanders, Aaron Jones, and Chubb is what I've got here.
Really?
These might just be my rankings. I don't know. The site's being
Okay.
weird for me. I don't look at it all that often under that format. I'm gonna go Henry and Chubb. Sorry, we lingered on that one for a second,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going Henry and Chubb. Screw Miles
Yeah.
Sanders.
Yep, I agree.
Ronnie Harrison or Jonathan Abram today. Man, I'm going Ronnie Harrison. Carson Wentz has the most sacks in the league, been sacked the most in the league, and has the most interceptions in the league. So that the big play upside is there. The guy who holds the ball every single snap on the other team has the propensity to give you high leverage fantasy points at any given moment to any given defensive player at any level of that defense. So I'm going to play him. Jonathan Abrams been, okay. But he hasn't necessarily been super prolific either this season. The last couple of weeks, 8, 17, and 12. I just think Rodney Harrison provides a more robust upside this week. And Kansas City is not necessarily a great matchup for
Right.
the defensive back position or linebackers. Because their guys they move down the field like so quickly and with so much precision. It's just like, I don't know. They just don't give a lot of IDP points away to the back half.
Yep, I agree.
What do you guys think? Man, Alex Singleton coming up again, dude.
They want to know. What do you think?
I think that he's a linebacker 3 or 4 this week. Like,
There
and
you
if he plays to a higher level, that's amazing. And I'm
Mhm.
very happy for everyone that's
Yep,
starting
if
him.
you play him, you
That
should
ain't
be
me.
happy to get linebacker 2 results.
Yes, you should be thrilled.
Thrilled. And there you have it.
All right, we got what's coming here. Deion Jones. We got you covered already, Russ. Denny. Yo, Denny. Why is that name familiar? Oh, that's that guy on Grey's Anatomy. Denny, the one that like came back in that chick's brain. What's up, boys? Much love from Canada. What up, Denny? Denny
so
from
it's a
Canada.
Canadian? Is he a
buddy.
Canadian?
We appreciate you, bro. I don't know if that guy is or not. Tell all the Canadians that they should follow our channel and play IDP fantasy football.
Exactly.
Because then you guys would be like already like the dopest people in the world, but you'd be like,
I'm not far from Canada.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just next door.
Oh, just next door, huh?
Yep, right here in Michigan.
I'll borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbors in Canada.
I sure could. It wouldn't even be far.
Just a little hike.
Yep.
All right, Denny with the realness. All right, pick 2: DL, JJ Watt, Josh Allen, Chase Young, Cam Jordan. Chase Young and JJ Watt. Josh Allen is not playing good at all. Like, maybe he's a grading well or whatever, but he's just not putting up points for me. He doesn't do a lot of stuff besides get sacks. Not getting a lot of tackles.
He's like he's another Max Crosby.
Similar, yeah. Just like if he gets a sack, he saves his day, and that saves his day. Like the floor is abysmally low. I'm going JJ Watt and
Chase Young.
Yeah, and Chase Young, who I've got Chase Young at 5 this week. I got JJ Watt at 15. I've got Josh Allen. Ooh, how far down?
What about Cam Jordan?
I got Cam Jordan. I still got Cam Jordan pretty high this week. I got him at 3.
3?
So actually, I'll play Cam Jordan and
Chase Young.
And Chase Young. I'm gonna bench JJ Watt. Where do I have Josh Allen? I can't find in my rankings.
Well, that's pretty low.
There he is. I got Josh Allen at 28.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Well, Cam doesn't drop back to pass necessarily as much as your traditional, team.
Mm-hmm.
So the sack upside maybe just isn't going to be there for JJ Watt. I know that means there might be lots of tackle for loss opportunities, but if they're scheming him out because he's the only half decent defensive player on Houston, I mean, he could literally donut you this week. So
so
I'm going to go Chase Young and Cam Jordan. And I know Cam Jordan's been a disappointment this year for a lot of people, but again, it's just taking the known talent and the known ability. Josh Allen, we've seen him have like a kind of good season last year. We've seen Cam Jordan have an amazing career. Like, I'm going to put Cam Jordan in my lineup. Yeah, that's that. There you go, Denny from Canada. Appreciate the question. We got another one here from you. Looks like down a little bit. Travis Knott. Start Jeffrey Simmons or Melvin Ingram. I'm starting Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing really good. It's another great matchup, with the Jets. Melvin, there's no reason not to play Melvin Ingram. There's nothing against Jeffrey Simmons, but he's also, he's an interior defensive lineman. So by the nature of the position, you're already just a step or two behind what you traditionally expect from a guy that's on the edge. He's got a good matchup against Baltimore. I mean, that could be a really good match. It's a good matchup for him, but I'm going Melvin Ingram. And I actually need to move. I'm actually moving Jeffrey Simmons up my rankings a good bit, but he's still going to be in the 8 spots behind.
He's had a pretty good season. Jeffrey Simmons has.
Yeah.
Yep.
Read them off to me. What's his score total has been last couple of weeks?
Last 3 weeks he's had 7, 15, and 5, but this season he has scored 92 points.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Russ, Terrell Adams, Patrick Queen, Deion Jones, Kenneth Murray. I'm going Patrick Queen and I want to go Terrell Adams, but I think I'm going to go Patrick Queen and Deion Jones on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably the safest picks right there, Patrick Queen and Deion Jones. You don't like Kenneth Murray's upside this week? Because you're White being out?
I mean, he's got some, but I still don't like it as much as I like Patrick Queen.
Well, no, I mean, you're going to play Patrick Queen, but, I mean, would you play him over Deion Jones maybe? No. Safer floor?
Here's how I got him. I got Deion Jones 14 this week, Patrick Queen 16 this week, and I got Terrell Adams at 22.
Yeah.
And who was the other guy?
Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, Kenneth Murray. I got him at 40.
Yeah, well, I mean, he hasn't done much of anything.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the snap.
Where did you have Isaiah Simmons this week?
I had Isaiah Simmons buried this week.
Yeah, look what he did.
I know. I always have. I thought that You know,
Nobody
it was a game time decision for what's his
Exactly.
face.
Blew the hell up.
Yeah, I had Isaiah Simmons at 45 this week.
Yeah. No, I'm just that's what I was thinking maybe there. But no, I mean that's hard to predict though.
Mm-hmm. Jenny with another heater. Jonathan Abram or Keanu Neal, skeptical about Taysom in, although Keanu has been playing pretty damn good football. Yes, I know. I just don't know what's going to happen. Again, we talked about it a little bit ago, though. Jonathan Abram in not a great matchup with the Chiefs. So I'm going to go with Keanu Neal.
Yep.
Screw it.
Yep, I would too.
I'm going to see if my rankings reflect that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I got Keanu Neal. Oh, I'm looking at my linebacker rankings, so I'll never be able to tell you. All right, Keanu Neal, where are you hiding out? I got Keanu Neal at 12, and I got Jonathan Abram at 20. So
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Josh Speyer, the YouTube chan. I've been holding on to Adams all season long. How much longer does the pain continue? I'm worried this will turn out like Mosley 2019. All right, which Adams are we talking about here? Mosley 2019. It's not Jamal Adams. He's been playing. Terrell Adams has been playing too, right? Who are you talking about, Josh? Who's the first name Adams? I'm assuming it's a linebacker, but for some reason nobody's coming in my head right now.
Okay. Yeah, get us back with the first name there.
Now it's like a puzzle, and I want to figure it out.
We'll move on, and we'll hit back to it.
Okay, Mr. Producer.
Well,
jeez, cracking the whip at me. What up, Brits? Again, play Zadarius Smith over Singleton. That's tough. You usually want to play your, more traditional linebacker as your safer play, but Zadarius Smith has been on fire the last few weeks. 15, 11, 18, 20.
There's your right answer.
Tackle floor is intact. I mean, 3, 6, 2, 6. So, I mean, that's averaging out like right at, 4.5 a week. That's good for a defensive lineman. And he's had a sack 3 of the past 4 weeks. He's also had a forced fumble recovery, couple of tackles for loss.
Impact plays.
I'm going Zadarius. Just a little bit tougher matchup against Indianapolis, but he's I don't know, though. Singleton, this is tough. Is this your linebacker? What linebacker position are you playing him as? Your LB1, your 2, 3? That's going to affect how I'm playing him. But I want Zadarius in my lineup every week. Let's put it that way. Emmanuel, YouTube, Cameron Curl, Justin Simmons. You guys are awesome. And I'm on a 5-game winning streak thanks to you guys.
Right.
Oh, what up, dude? You're welcome. Right. We need to come back in, 48 minutes, 12 seconds. Come back and screenshot this. You can, use it as promotional material and shit. Mm-hmm. Appreciate the love, brother. What do you think, Steve? Curl been blown up last couple of weeks.
Justin Simmons is good, though.
Yeah, I got Justin Simmons at 6. I got Curl at 13.
Yep, I see Justin Simmons.
Again, known talent production. I know Curl's been hot the past couple of weeks, like hot. But Justin Simmons, we know, isn't just a heater, but he's been a consistent producer, and he's a high-level player in the NFL. He's not just putting up points. He didn't have to lose his job. He's good at what he does. So I'm gonna go Justin Simmons.
Yeah, no way.
All right, Richard said IDP flex. Okay, in IDP flex, I'm playing Zadarius. I always try to go with upside in my flex spots. Mm-hmm. 8 times out of 10. We'll call it 8 out of 10. 9. Let's not get a little carried away here. Sleeper D line for this week.
I think he's referring to that.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Also, Travis Knott again on the YouTube channel. Also, should I start Malcolm Butler or Jamel Dean, since the Ravens don't throw that often? That's a good question, but I like Malcolm Butler. I mean, he's a little tackle monster for for a wide or a corner. You know what I mean? And he's kind of playing that same role that Logan Ryan played there last year.
Haven't they been sitting back there throwing the ball a little bit more though? The Ravens.
They're trying. They're not successful, but I like
Well, I
that.
mean, they say that. Well, that's good if they're not successful. That's going to give the.
Well, it is and it isn't. It is because, yeah, that means maybe it's been turned over or something, but it isn't because that means the drive stalled out and there's less opportunities for Malcolm
Right.
Butler to score. So, I mean, like I said, it is and it isn't. But I mean, Malcolm Butler, I mean, listen to these tackle numbers 7, 8, 8, 8, 4, 7. I mean, and these are against teams like, these have been against teams that move the ball, though. I mean, Buffalo, Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. He did dip down against Chicago. He got 4 tackles, ended up only 13 points.
That's tough.
It's tough to sit him.
Exactly.
And Dean, like, isn't Dean just playing because somebody there's hurt right now? Isn't Carlton Davis or somebody a little banged up? No, that's not it. I'm going Malcolm Butler, flat out. I'm going Malcolm Butler, flat out. No, I'm overthinking this shit. Repeat. RP, what up, brah? From the YouTube world, great work, guys. Appreciate the love, brother. Any word on Littleton and COVID? He's still on COVID list apparently, so that's he can't play.
I mean, yeah, some of these guys stay on it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, and some of them, yeah, if they actually have it or tested positive, that's like they have to stay on for like, I think they have to do like the whole 3-week IR thing or whatever. Bet me on that. I don't know, but I mean, are we really worried about Littleton? Like, do you miss him?
No.
You miss him? Is the team really struggling without him? I'm wondering if Morrow is a safe play, but need Littleton out there for that. Also, what are your thoughts on Raekwon Davis, Miami, in DT necessary leagues? I'm fine playing him in DT necessary leagues if that's where you're at. And I would be playing Morrow. He's got DB and LB eligibility on sleeper, but he has been, the snaps have been up. I mean, he's been putting up more points per game, more tackles per game. Again, not necessarily the greatest matchup for linebackers, but he's going to be a starting linebacker this week. I have little to no doubt about that. So,
here it is.
Jamal Adams.
How
about what's this Mosley 2019 stuff? Mosley was garbage. Mosley was big garbage. I love Jamal Adams. I mean, he was number 1 defensive back 2 weeks ago, my man. Did you tell him thanks? I'm going to add him, tell him you're thinking about dropping him. Like, dude, you let him down one time, this guy's going to dump you already. Number 1 defensive back 2 weeks ago. The week before that, he was up there in the top 5.
It's going to be hard.
He is what he is. He's great for your team. I mean, I know he didn't do much this week. He agreed, but Buda Baker didn't do much either. I mean, sometimes guys don't perform. I'm stoked to have Jamal Adams everywhere I go.
On these guys if they give you a bad week.
Sorry, I didn't want to be so harsh to you there, bud. Morning, fellas. Need one. J.C. Jackson, Mike Hilton, or Harrison Smith. Man, I'm going Harrison Smith.
It's pretty Harrison Smith, but I like J.C. Jackson. He's been doing pretty well.
Who's going to play in place of Myles Garrett? I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, he was practicing in his spot all week until like Friday. Maybe they. I don't know. Honestly, I don't have an answer for that. I mean, is Olivier Vernon? Is he healthy right now? Will he be playing?
Jesus, that's sad.
He had a pretty good game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a pretty good game.
It happens.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem healthy. Same injury as Mosley last year. All right. I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, still, like I said in my rant just a moment ago, I mean, still Jamal Adams. He gave you number 1 week. He's been top 5, too, the last 3 weeks when he's been back.
Let him get healthy and he'll be fine.
I mean, you don't sit a guy like Jamal Adams at any point, and you don't sell low. So I hope if your league mates watch this, I hope they don't see you talking him down. You need to be talking him up. I've got the option to pick up Peppers instead. I love Peppers. I love me some Peppers, and he's been balling out last few weeks too. But again, I mean, he hasn't hit that number one spot. Jamal Adams has. Like, when push comes to shove,
you don't want to drop Adams for Peppers.
Yeah. When push comes, you don't want to do that.
Now, if you got somebody else you can drop.
Matt Riggins from the Twitter sphere, I'm assuming, or the Periscope world, wherever that's at. Start 2 linebacker, Deion Jones or Avery Williamson. My linebacker 1 is Mike Kaiser. Man, you got to play Deion Jones. We don't know what's going to happen with the Steelers linebackers this week. At least we know Deion Jones is going to play 95% of the snaps. You know what I mean? So
Williamson's probably depth option.
Yeah, Josh says short bench league, obviously. Yeah, that's definitely the case. If it's redraft, I mean, you really want to play that game. I mean, you can. If it's like one defensive back, you can do stuff like that. But if it's a short bench and I only start one, I'm not even gonna mess with like looking at it. Like, I'm just gonna leave one guy in and just, it's like tight end. It's like if you have Kelsey, you don't look at your tight end spot until you have a bye week. If you have Jamal Adams and you only play one defensive back, you don't look at your defensive back spot unless he's out or he's on bye. And that's, you manage the rest of your roster. That's why you draft a guy like him, so you don't have to manage it. I mean, it just manages itself. You get the number 1 overall week 2 weeks ago, great, you nailed it. Another top 5 week before that, but he let you down 1 week, it all evens out.
Yep.
Emmanuel, which defensive end should I start? Melvin Ingram, Chase Young, or Derek Wolfe? I'm going Chase Young. He had Chase Young. He's a 4, I believe, and Chase Young's like it. Or Melvin Ingram's at like 15, 16, 17.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
You got any in and out information for us that has come up recently or anything?
Yeah, we got some.
Any IDP relevant ones?
Let's see what we got. Calais Campbell's out. Jeez.
Y'all get any more questions you want us to answer? Any matchups? Any dynasty trade questions? I mean, we'll field anything right now. Obviously it's week 11. We've answered quite a few start-sit questions as we do every week. We're going to be here through championship week doing this. I know as the playoffs get here, some of y'all might dwindle off. Hopefully not. Hopefully you've been watching this. We're all headed to the playoffs together, though. Yeah. Share the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We try to reply to the comments and stuff. We're going to update the page soon, too. I know it's some of our overlays and stuff are a little bit old for what we're doing now. Some of our videos. We're just going to clean it up a little bit for y'all, but that's probably like January work. We still got to grind this season out.
Kenny Vaccaro is out.
Yeah, I saw that Kenny Vaccaro is out. I saw that Kiko Toure.
Dory Jackson. I don't know if anybody's playing him, but there's not a lot of Phil Griffin. Yeah, not a lot of IDP relevant guys out. Not seeing.
Got a couple questions in here. Wide receiver start, Deontay or Jefferson? Jefferson plays. Who are they playing, Steve?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who's Jefferson playing? The Vikings.
The Vikings are playing.
The Vikings are playing Dallas.
Oh yes.
So I'm going, and then Deontay gets Jacksonville. Damn, that's tough. My problem with Deontay is there's other guys there that are really good. And Big Ben likes to hone in on somebody. The thing is, he could hone in on Deontay, and if that happens, Deontay is going to blow up. The problem with Jefferson is they have the run game with Dalvin Cook, and their defense just sucks. I mean, he's just going to gash them. I mean, straight up and down, they're just going to get gashed. Kirk Cousins might not pass for 200 yards in this game, and they could win by 2 scores.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson in a game that, I mean, the Steelers, they like to run it up. If they get down there the goal line, they're going to throw it in. I mean, they'll give Connor a chance, and then Big Ben's going to be like, man, screw this shit. You could throw it in. They're not going to do – I don't think they're going to give those kind of opportunities, as many of those kinds of opportunities in that other game. It's going to be a lot of run game. So I like the Deontay play there.
I don't think they trust Kirk Cousins to throw the ball enough.
Whoa.
Big surprise, huh?
Take that back, bro. Cousins is good.
He's a good game manager, I know.
Y'all tripping out here. Love the work, guys. Appreciate it, man. People be showing mad love today. Who start DB as DB3? Tracy Walker, Jordan Fuller, or Winfield? Ooh, I got Winfield higher in my rankings, but I'll tell you what, right now, I am probably gonna play Jordan Fuller there.
Yeah.
And I probably need to go update my rankings.
All the other
especially as a DB3, because I mean, Jordan Fuller is a guy you could play comfortably as a low end DB2. Or low end DB1 even. They're so close to my rankings. I got Winfield at 14. I got Jordan Fuller at 16. I'm just going to swap them, just straight up swap seats, because I think I would rather play at this point Jordan Fuller over Antoine Winfield.
Live rankings change right there.
Stay water. Our Pete back again. What up, dude? Is Duke Riley a decent play in a deep league this week? We start 12 defenders and up to 7 linebackers. Yeah, I mean, in a deep league like that, yeah, guys like Duke Riley are definitely in play. And if you're playing in a league that deep, you're probably playing with like at least 12 people, I imagine. So, yeah, Duke Riley's in play for sure. For sure. CeeDee Lamb, Josh Reynolds, or Jamison Crowder today, Superflex. I'm still taking CeeDee Lamb.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to feature him. I mean, that's all they've tried to do all season. And I know the quarterback's different and all that, but he runs the kind of routes that a guy like Andy Dalton's going to be looking for. So I'm taking him. I know Josh Reynolds has been getting a lot of hype lately, but he's still the third option on his team. And Lamb isn't the third option on his team. Now, I say that, and I know people are like, well, Robert Woods the past couple of weeks had more targets than Josh Reynolds. Okay, but that's just like in that sample size of like 5 weeks or 6 weeks. But they have a lot more time together on this team. Like, we know what Robert Woods' position is on this team. Like, yeah, it's panned out that way the past few weeks, but nobody in their right mind is going to say that, Josh Reynolds is ahead of Robert Woods. Like, in fantasy play, in rankings, in scoring, in talent, nothing. Maybe he has come up that way a couple times in the past couple of weeks with targets and stuff, but it's CeeDee Lamb for me. And I didn't even say anything about Jamison Crowder because I'm just off all Jets. I know that's probably
well, I mean, he's like the top option, but on a really bad team.
Exactly. Like, what does that really mean? What does it amount to?
Especially with their backup quarterback.
It's panned out one time.
It was great when
Flacco threw 2 touchdowns to Perryman. People forget. I mean, Perryman and Flacco played together in Baltimore. Like, that's where Perryman was drafted. He's caught touchdowns from Joe Flacco many times before this past couple of weeks, and he seems to like throwing to him. So,
yep, it's great having.
Flacco ain't got nothing to lose either. I mean,
yep, it's great having Jamison Crowder when Sam Darnold's playing. It's not so great when Flacco's playing.
There you go. You heard it from the chef. Thanks for talking me off the ledge. Hey, that's what we're here for. Save lives, save lineups. Help you bring up that gold. Get that strap. Appreciate y'all fucking with the IDP Army.
Like, subscribe, leave some comments.
Yeah. Do all that stuff. We need to I need to upgrade the studio a little bit. I need to get some lighting in here. I need to get a better camera.
We'll do all that in the off season.
Yeah, I know. I need to get some money. Anybody out there independently wealthy, yo, Venmo me some cash.
Independently wealthy IDP players.
Yeah, hit me up. RP does Adore Jackson. Oh, Adore Jackson. We all got a thing going. Out make Breon Borders relevant. Man, I'm not like a. I know he's played a lot of snaps last couple of weeks. I think I saw something about that. I mean, if you're in a CB league and you got to play a guy like that, you could play him. But again, they're playing Baltimore and they don't throw a lot, you know. And when they're not getting a lot of yards, they're not staying on the field for sustained drives. I mean, interception upside, yeah. Playable, yeah. But at corner, I mean, that sounds like everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Risk reward.
you're really just looking for a guy that's gonna, get a lot of targets thrown his way. I don't necessarily know that Lamar's even gonna throw a lot, So, and we know he won't. I mean, we know he won't. Let's just get real. I'd rather be looking at somebody who's coming in to replace like Marshawn Lattimore, who I don't really know who that is. Janoris Jenkins, we talked about him earlier. A Saints cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Fun to me. Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Secreer. Hope I pronounced that right, man. Sorry. Need help in my Yahoo league. Running back, Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs. Ooh, Steve, what you think?
I'm gonna go Aaron Jones. I know Josh Jacobs had a great game last week, but
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is. His owners will tell you that they're really excited to have him. His managers, and they'll tell you that they just love him. He's great. They just love plugging him in. They just feel so confident plugging him in their lineup. That's the company line. They hate it. They've liked it week 1, and they liked it last week. But besides that, it's been, okay. Been okay.
Yeah. Very, very uncomfortable most weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you're just hoping he goes over 10 points some of these weeks. You know what I mean? Like, and that's playing every game, getting all these snaps, getting targets too. He is running back 5 on the season, but again, a lot of that is just being healthy and like being out there. Aaron Jones has missed a couple of games. He's running back 8. He's got 50-point upside basically. Like Josh Jacobs' upside on a weekly basis right now, his known upside, what we've seen him do is like 30-35. We've seen Aaron Jones throw up 50 points or close to 50 points on more than 2 or 3, like 3 or 4 times in the past 2 years. So it's Aaron Jones. It's Aaron Jones for me. Yeah, they get Indianapolis, a good tackling defense. I think they got something to prove. I saw something about Darius Leonard feeling a little disrespected by Aaron Rodgers, saying he thought Fred Warner was the best linebacker in the league. He said, we'll show him what's up. So I think they're going to go out there as a unit trying to prove something. But at the end of the day, Aaron Jones is a great route runner. He's a great running back. He's on a great offense. He's got a great quarterback. I mean, there's nothing not to love about Aaron Jones. There are things not to love about Josh Jacobs. So that's where I would head, my man. I would go with Aaron Jones. Infinity Excalibur. Great day in fantasy wins, fellas. CBs receive the most IDP points in our league. What 2 out of these, I'm assuming, is what. I'm assuming there's more to come. We'll wait patiently. We'll probably hop off of here, y'all, in about, 5-10 minutes. Get any last questions you have in, or thoughts, comments, jabs. We'll take it all.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like.
We got some plans coming up for y'all with the off-season hits. We're keeping a lot of stuff under wraps. Not like trying to like blow anything up like a huge announcement or whatever. But I mean, we got things going. We got
We're always progressive. We're always trying to make new things, make changes.
We might, IDP fantasy football. I mean, we're here to change the game. We're here to run the game, really, at the end of the day. Follow the IDP Army channel. We'd like to get it up over 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that'd be cool. And if not,
We'll get there.
this time next year, that'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity Excalibur, we only got half your question. I didn't see any of our. I didn't see Shauna today, or who else is? We had like 3 or 4 gals in the chat last week.
Yep.
I know Shauna's been in pretty much every week. Okay, need one. Bobby Woods or Amari? I'm going Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Amari is a half decent play, but I mean the consistency of the continuity of the offense, the coaching, the situation, all that is with Bobby Woods.
Yep, I agree. It's been pretty lacking there in Dallas.
Start 3 linebackers out of this group: Christian Kirksey, Shaq Barrett, Shaq Thompson, Tyrell Adams, Micah Kaiser, Olakun, and Alden Smith. All right, I'll give my 3, and then Steve, you give your 3. I'm gonna go Micah Kaiser, Olakun, and Barrett.
Olakun, Barrett, and Thompson.
There you go. Olakun and Barrett seem like they're the super lock consensus.
Mm-hmm.
And then that third spot, I'm taking Kaiser and Steve.
Much as I hate on Barrett, I like to hate on him this season, but he's still a good play.
All right, here's the rest of it from Infinity. Which 2 would you choose out of 4 to start? Zach Cunningham, Eric Wilson, Awuzie, or Carlton Davis? And he said cornerbacks score the most in that league.
I wonder how much he means by the most.
Yeah, are they like the highest scoring, or do they score the highest on average?
Like what I wonder.
What kind of premiums do these guys get? Probably, I would go, but I mean, off the cuff, is it Carlton Davis like injured right now? I'm gonna double check that real quick. Or at least I think he might have missed some practice this week. Carlton Davis. What we got here? Logs. No designation or anything. He didn't play his usual high number of snaps last week, though. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that.
Yeah, he was.
Dang, he's only 23 years old.
Wow.
I'm going Cunningham and Wilson still. I don't know what's going to happen with
Right. I guess I'd like to see the difference in scoring.
Yeah, and I don't like playing corners if I don't have to necessarily. And again, like Awuzie, Dallas is playing Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of similar to Baltimore, where like I wouldn't be shocked if Kirk Cousins has under, like I said earlier, under 200 passing and they win by like 2 scores. So
they're the highest average scoring, you said.
Yeah, that's what he said. I see that. Man, you gotta go with your gut, honestly. I mean, if you know that league better than anybody. I'm not playing Awuzie though. And if I'm benching one of the linebackers, it's probably Cunningham. So if I have to play one of the linebackers, or I'm wanting to force one into my lineup or cornerbacks, it's going to be Davis and Wilson. But I would prefer, traditionally speaking, without knowing the exact setup of the league, Cunningham and Wilson.
Yep. But yeah, like you said, that's a traditional IDP 1-2-3 scoring league. But man, those cornerbacks have been scoring good this season, though.
They have.
Can't count them out.
Wouldn't dream of it. All right, y'all. We'll give you 5 more minutes, and then we'll be dip setting out. I'll have the Defense Matters show I'll record as usual. That'll be on the channel Thursday. That'll be on the pod feed Thursday. And yeah, I'm going to start, doing some shorter vids too. It's kind of hard in season. I just try to kind of focus and stay in my lane on what I'm trying to do, stay organized. Don't want to get cluttered up, doing, segments or shows that are like overly focused. We're in the shit right now. We're in the trenches. So, we
Mm-hmm.
got to go through the motions of winning to win. We don't really have time to reflect or, over analyze things necessarily. We have to make decisions, based on information. And we got to get that information out to you, and we got to get it in our minds and process it and then put our thoughts out there on it. Our Pete, what's up? Is Donovan Wilson a worthwhile play this year moving forward in Dynasty? Again, very deep league. I mean, he could be a stash. He's a stash in Dynasty if you have deep and you think there's something there. I'm fine with that. I don't have any strong opinions on necessarily. And I mean, in this league, a guy like that who looks like a stash
Mm-hmm.
could suddenly, at the drop of a hat, somebody tears their ACL, somebody gets turf toe, 3-week IRs, anything can happen. Somebody can get a starting job quick. I mean, look what's happened.
Look where Olakun was a couple seasons ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, if you think you see something there ahead of the curve, that's how you play Dynasty.
Yep, exactly.
Yo, what up, Infinity Excalibur? Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we're just doing the Lord's work out here. IDP fantasy football.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I always tell people, like, I could talk about offense, but so many people do that, and so many people do it so well. Like,
We don't need to do it.
yeah, like there's, defer. There's someone who's smarter, funnier, more handsome, more talented than I am doing that. So go listen to them. IDP, I don't know if there's anybody with that kind of resume doing what we doing.
Yeah. You say you're the most handsome IDP host?
Oh, easily.
Easily the most handsome IDP host out there.
I mean, this Dynasty Nerds gear helps you get me dripped up.
Yeah.
All right, well, y'all chilling. I see there's people in here, but nobody's talking. So I guess we're gonna shut her down.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, IDP Army. We appreciate everybody who hopped in, gave us some questions this week. We'll be back next week, as always, 11 Eastern, right? What time we go on?
11 Eastern.
We'll give you guys the business as usual, guys and gals. Hopefully we get our girls back in here next week. And yeah, until then, follow us on Twitter. I'm fleeting, I'm tweeting, I'm living it up. Posting stuff, posting little stat nuggets, try and get you guys some information after this next week and help you get those lineups going for the following week. So that's all for me. Steve, you want to tell them what's up?
So just like, subscribe, send us comments, and tell everybody about us.
There you go. We'll see y'all next week.